How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So have you ever wondered what would happen if your quiver and your stabilizer had a baby? This would be the result. This is the QUIVALIZER from Option Archery. And so just like the name says, the QUIVALIZER is in fact a quiver and a stabilizer in one. It is threaded on this end, so you can thread it into your stabilizer spot on your bow, and you have your quiver right in front of your bow. So what it's doing is it's keeping everything center. You know, it's not putting your arrows off to the side of your bow and screwing up your balance and everything. It's keeping everything in the middle where it needs to be. So that's cool. My biggest concern as of right now is that there's a lot of semi-secure pieces, being the arrows, that could result in some more vibration in your bow and stuff. So I'm curious to see how it shoots once you actually get it on a bow. But let's get into a few specs on this QUIVALIZER. And so while it primarily will be used as a stabilizer and a quiver, you can actually change the mounting options around and put it on the side of your bow just like a normal quiver. Although I can't imagine why anyone would do that. If you was going to do that, why wouldn't you just buy a stabilizer and whatever other quiver that you wanted? Because this isn't exactly cheap, and if you go that route, you're going to be spending quite a bit of money for that setup. This quiver is designed to hold 5 arrows, and it has a rubber insert so that it'll be quiet whenever you put your arrows in. This is the QVM model, which means that this hood is a molded like polymer nylon blend, I believe. They have an aluminum option, but this is the molded plastic one, and it does have a carbon fiber rod. All the pieces are made and assembled in the USA. It comes with all your mounting hardware that you're gonna need. So it's a nice piece of equipment. Whether it's for you or not, that's still to be determined. And so obviously the pros of this QUIVALIZER is that it is gonna put your arrows in the front, in the center. It's gonna help your balance out. It's gonna put a decent amount of weight up front. The cons are still to be determined. I haven't actually mounted this to a bow. This is the first that I've took this thing out of the package. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna affect the balance, what it's gonna do. I'm gonna load it up with my 5 hunting arrows, and so I'll have quite a bit of point weight. So we'll see, what that balance feels like. We'll get some shots off with it, hopefully see if there's any extra vibration or any less vibration. It might be the bee's knees when it comes to vibration dampening. I don't think that's the case, but we'll find out. And of course, the one thing that's gonna keep most people from buying this is the price. It's not a cheap piece of gear by any means. This one is like $175, and I believe the aluminum might be even more than that. So that's gonna keep most people out of this piece of gear for sure, because in the world of Instagram and social media, you see everyone's highlight reel, and you see all these people that they're gear junkies and have $200 pieces of gear on their $1,200 bow. The reality is that most people don't have that stuff. Most people don't have $2,000 to drop on new gear every year. That's just not the way it is. And I don't want anybody to get the impression that that's the stuff that you have to go kill deer, to have the coolest setup. In my opinion, if you can go out and kill deer with a $200 setup, that's awesome. More power to you, because you have all that other money to put elsewhere. You can buy tags, you can go out of state hunting with that money. So you don't have to spend that money to have, fun, to have an awesome experience. That being said, if you do want to drop $200 on a quiver and a stabilizer, this is probably a pretty good option, because I have a tight spot quiver on my bow and a bee stinger stabilizer, and those two things together cost more than this does. So if this does what it's supposed to do, then it's not a bad deal at all. And there you have it, y'all. That's my first impressions of the QUIVALIZER from Option Archery. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'm going to be putting this thing on a bow and seeing what the vibration is like, seeing what that balance is like. So if you're interested in the QUIVALIZER, definitely subscribe. That way you can see how this thing performs on the bow. And y'all, let me know in the comment section what kind of gear you want to see reviewed this year. I'm really looking to do a lot of archery stuff as well as gun stuff. So let me know what you want to see in the comment section. Hit the little bell so you get notified whenever I make a new video. And again, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I appreciate all you all that's been subscribing. The channel's really growing, and that's awesome. I love it. It's giving me motivation to make all these videos. So hopefully I can make a video that's going to help you with your purchase or deter you from a purchase that you was going to make. And until next time, y'all be safe.